Good morning. Okay. Unfortunately, the open day trade may not work today since we've already kind of ran that setup here. As you can see, that setup happened. It did sell through on this news, but we did get another retest of the opening day close in today's open setup here at 8:20 this morning. You can see it. You would have got your 20 points there. Close to 30, but yeah, unfortunately. So we definitely won't be getting that trade today for that setup. Oh goodness. What's up, Capital? How was your trading day yesterday? I should have been 3 for 3 yesterday, but I had to update my import code, so I missed out on my 15-second trade, unfortunately. It should have been a winner, too. I did get a winner on the 5-minute inside bar. I got 20 points off of that, then a little eval win. So I was hoping to take this 15-second every day. No, I had to take my pet to the vet yesterday morning at 9 o'clock. So I didn't really have a lot of time to jump on and stream. I just traded before I left because those setups are early morning. Then I won't be able to get that one trade today where the one count on Apex that I have like 26,000 on because we've already hit these levels multiple times and there's no way I'm going to trust that level again. It should have been probably here. You probably could have took it on the second test after this, whatever this news play was this morning. Oh, goodness. Whew. Cold chill. Yeah. Well, she has a UTI. So she has to take antibiotics for the next 2 weeks. I hope so. I just hope take antibiotics and she'll be fine for a while. She's an older pet. She's 11 years old. So, look at this crazy stuff here at the right before open. That was that data wick ran. Here's that data wick here from this morning. Then the only thing I did this weekend is I went four-wheeler riding Sunday. That's always kind of fun to do. Kind of get out in the you're kind of out in the middle of nowhere. Well, nowhere for me because I live here in town, so it's kind of like a nowhere for me. Let's check out. Oh, excuse me. Ooh, I don't know. We got the Asia low and London low right there on top of each other. Man, that looks like a nice little bounce area there around 307 this morning. I may do that trade this morning. 309, take a 309 bounce. Got a couple big wicks right there from the PM session from yesterday. And you got the whole number. And oh, well, that's also yesterday's close sitting at 96. So a lot of liquidity there to the downside. Hopefully it doesn't happen too quick. All right, guys. This always makes me nervous. It didn't tag me in. Come on. I don't understand why I only lost $40. I don't really understand that. I'm not really sure what happened. Was I on micros? I'm not really sure what happened. Well, it stopped me out real quick for a $50 loss. I'm trying to figure out why I only lost $50 on this one account, though. So, oh well, it happened quick. Oh well. There goes the 20 points. Oh, well, I moved it up because it's so early in the morning, dude. I don't know. I don't like that trade when it's like 1 or 2 minutes into it. Either it's going to go or it doesn't go. It's too late now, so. What a waste of 20 points. It's going to be an early morning for me today because I've already traded all my counts. Well, no, I got the 5 minutes that we're waiting on. 5 minute inside bar. Yeah, I got in at 309. I just didn't like that where it pulled up and pushed back through. Like I said, dude, just being early in the morning, I wasn't going to risk it. I can live with a $50 loss. I'd rather just live with that than $100 or $200 loss. So here. Oh, I think I knew what happened on that. I won the long. Oh, I know what happened on that last trade. I took the loss and I didn't close my trade when it tagged me in, and I won the short. That's why I was like, why am I only $15 down? That makes sense. Good morning, Java. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. Which account? Are you talking about the 309 capital? The 309 would have been a 10-point stop. I would have never been in the red, but like I said, it was early morning. It was just so at the early of the morning, and I just did not want to just continue selling. So once it hit, it pulled back. I went to break even, and I got stop break even, and I re-entered, and that's where I took the $50 loss at. Because I got burned on a couple of those. I got burned on a couple of these trades like this type of setup a while back, and so just being so early in the morning, man, it just had me not confidence in it. It'd have been a lot better if it was like, after 10 o'clock or later in the morning. But at opening, I just don't have the same confidence. I just told you. I told you I went to break even once it bounced because it was so early in the morning. I didn't trust the trade. I got burnt. Like I said, I got burned a few times recently on that setup where I'm taking the short or at the bottom of the previous Asian London low, and it was early in the morning. Like I just didn't trust the trade because it was like a couple minutes after the market opened, so I just didn't have confidence in it. Just because it was so close to opening. Some pretty big 5-minute candles. It's okay. Maybe we'll get to the next one. Yeah, like I said, I had nothing wrong with I mean, I like the setup. It's just the early morning I just wasn't a fan of. It makes me nervous trading that so close to the opening. Right now, we're just kind of trapped to being around yesterday's open, and I was thinking we maybe get a 5-minute inside bar close here, but we're gonna be. I think we have news in 3 minutes, so it's probably gonna make the charts be kind of wonky there for a minute. Looks like we're just kind of consolidating until news gets here. So with 3-star news coming out in 2 minutes, I'm just going to kind of sit on the sideline, guys. So we did take a couple little losses this morning, but no big losses. On that one funded account over there, it was like a $15 loss. So wasn't too bad. And Apex, when we took a $50 loss. So if we don't get our 20 points, we just wait for the pullback there. All right. Didn't get the full 20, unfortunately. Let's see. There was a lot of wicks here in this area here. What's right at 80? Okay, that would have been a full 20 there. It would have barely wicked 85. It might have got us. All right, we're done with that one for the day. So that was a 5-minute inside bar. We took that same trade yesterday morning and it paid 20 points. This day, today we only probably took 13 maybe. I think 13 points out of the 20, so we missed out on the 7 points on that one. Now we're just looking for an eval trade, guys, and I guess plus that was almost like the 15-minute breakout too. So this is our 15-minute candle range here. I might have got in a little too early on that one. Maybe close out this one. Give it one more chance to go. If it can't get above the 70s, we'll close this one down. This way we don't risk as many points and wait for a deeper pullback. You want this to go. You don't want this to just sit here and just consolidate around. Okay, we'll have to re-enter on that one. We have a lot going on in this area. We got all of our EMAs kind of stacked. Man, what a little fake out that was. Damn it. I think 75 will be my line in the sand here. Because this should go. It shouldn't be sitting here just... This is an eval also, guys. No funded accounts. Son of a bee. See, it shouldn't be. I hate the hesitation on this. I want it just to go. I can always re-enter. Okay. All right, may have to wait because it's getting pretty close to the 3-star news here at 10 o'clock. So we got back our winner a while ago. So we're up, our loser. So we're up $66 total, 124 on the funded, and 15 in the red on this one. Just be careful, guys. News is in 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes. So just be aware of that if you're in a trade. We still find a lot of support around that. I must have that indicator on there twice. No? Yeah, I do. All right, guys, be aware there's news in play here. Hopefully. All right, 5 seconds, guys. Be careful if you're in a play. Frozen, so I mean something. Oh, never a good thing whenever you see it freeze up like that. Should fill in this gap here. Or maybe it already did. No. It's like it's never good whenever you see the market freeze up like that. Don't really want to risk more than like 5 points because this could slingshot back up. I don't trust it because it's right after news. Because what it does, that could have been, I don't know where the 50% of the bar is at. I think that might have been the 50% of the bar. Let's pull Fibonacci real quick and see where that was. That's the only thing I was kind of worried about. Let's see. Yep, the body's at the 50% mark. You can see it's right there. It wicked past it. Because usually a lot of times you'll get a 50% pullback on the data wick or the data candle. I'll close this if we lose 50. That's at yesterday's close, so that's why we jump back in. We figure we can just risk 3 or 4 points as long as this area here holds. We're already at break even, so it's a free trade either way. I wasn't sure if it's going to get past these wicks down here. Oh, there it goes. It's like, man, come on. Seems like there's been a lot of support down in this area. Take 20 points out of the next contract there. All right. This next one we'll just hold. I really don't need a lot on this account. I mean, we're almost to $3,000. We got $52,750 on this account total. So once we pass this one, this will give us our 8 funded account. 5 with Apex and 3 with Buell Knox. Our runner got stopped. Mm. Another retest of that yesterday's close, sitting at 51. Well, we might have traded all of our accounts today. Like I said, we traded actually three funded. We traded three funded. This is the eval. This is if we pass this, we'll have 8 funded. Like I said, that'll be our last one, probably with Beulah Knox, because you only can have 3 funded accounts with them. And I only made $100 on that one 5-minute inside bar earlier. Didn't get the whole 20 points because we didn't hold it all the way. This one here was on the 15-second chart this morning. I thought I took a loser, but I guess what happened is it got the loss, and I didn't think about taking my short off, and the short won, so I got it back. So kind of got lucky on that one. So we should only be down $40, I guess, time you add fees and stuff. So not too bad, not too bad. We'll take it. And our other funded accounts, the kind of paper handed this morning just because I didn't have a lot of trust, just being so pre-market, back over here. So we were trying to get long at 309. We only got in a whole 7 points, but like I said, pre-market always worries me on any kind of these type of setups. I wouldn't like a long unless we got back above yesterday's close and today's open here in the 50s. To me, this looks like another little bear flag setup, but all of our EMAs are smashed together here. Mm. Excuse me. We may not get through the 309s here. There's a lot of support here at the 309s. There's another bounce off the London Asia low. It hit that wick there in the PM session this morning, that 303. Unfortunately, this could go back to the freaking 85 here. We're just going to risk $60 instead of the 100 because we're already up. Ain't no use really risking $100 when we're already up 250 or 244, and we only need $300 more to pass this account. A lot of support down here at the London Asia low from last night. I'm hoping we don't sell down any farther than the 90 over here. That looks so bullish, though. Goodness. Dude, that thing hit on the money, guys. Hit on the money. I don't know if we're going to get our 10, though. There's a lot of wicks right there that we're running it, bumping heads with. Just could not get back above the fives there. Watch this thing hit those 6 now, you little butt. There's your 10 there. That was the 10. I'm going to stay right below the 300 in case we get stuck. Well, if we can't hold the 300, we may shut it down. Can always re-enter. I don't. Looking for it to hold to 300. See, I may just close it manually and try to do it that way. '90s can always be pretty difficult to get through sometimes, so I try to be fairly cautious whenever I'm trading in the 90s. As you can see, look, we just... Yeah, shoot, we could bounce back up. I can always re-enter if it goes back up, so I'd rather just be on the safe side. Try to hold on to our profit. Okay, hit our first target. Now we just have the 1 micro left. That puts us over $300 in profit for today. If we take it here, I have no idea where we could go to the downside here. We got a wick. Okay, we just hit that 84 wick. It looks like 85. 85 is a lot of support at 85, so to 80. So might get a big bounce. It might bounce all the way up. It already hit the 80. That was the 80 bounce there. Might take a little bit to get through these 80s here. If you pull this over, see that first wick we bounced off? That was from this morning, that 303 wick at the PM session. That looks like that was actually the play this morning, that PM. You got a big red line here for all these support here in the 80 to 85 range. So I think it's going to take quite a bit to get through all of this here. So it might be a lot of consolidation for the next few minutes. Oh, I looked away and it already took my runner out. Oh, well. So that put us a little back below the 280 mark. Like I said, we only need, less than $300 to get our final third of funded account with Bulinox. And so hopefully we'll just be trading fundeds with Bewley and Apex, so we won't have any more evals to trade. Excuse me. All right, so I feel like I'm almost done with all my trading accounts today. We still may just try to find some here and there with very small risk, like just risking 2 micros per trade, because we don't really want to mess up too much of our profit that we have today. All right, another rundown of these accounts. $15 in the hole. What happened here is I basically took a loser and a winner at the same time because I couldn't figure out, like, what happened this morning on that 15-second trade, and that's what happened. So, yeah. This trade here was the 5-minute inside candle from earlier this morning. We should have got the whole 20, but instead we only took probably about 12 or 13 points out of it instead. I was hoping when it started pulling back, it would basically pull all the way back to where our entry was and maybe we could re-enter. That's kind of what I was hoping whenever it started doing that, because that's kind of what it did yesterday. So, and this one is the eval that we've been trading over here for the last few minutes. And for Apex, I think we're down $50 today. Yeah, so $57. We're still above the $26,000 threshold. We still need to make another $500 to $600 on this account. And these don't have very much on them. I try to find an account on one of my funded just because it only has like $90 on it. Man, you would think we'd want to go all the way back up to the 300s, test this. I want to say there was a lot of support at this 80, so it might not even get through these 80s again. I see. That was the 5-minute Romney short. I see what there was. I was like, here's our IBL here at the 62. Yeah, it looks like 240 is your next target down. the wick here, wick here. Let's see which one we take out. So it's 57 is the session low also. Oh, wait, that's what we just made a new low. I'm sorry. We're either going to hit the 40s hard or we're going to push down to the 27, 28s. I'm thinking that 28. I think if 40 doesn't hold, you'll have to get that pushed down to the 28. '28's a bounce spot. I feel 24, 28, that area down there. Should be between 28 and 24. I think we get the bounce. I was hoping to get in enough long enough to just at least get the 10 points. So we did get the 24. And this is where I was looking at to get that level. If you kind of just go to the left here. If you go to the New York AM session. No, where's it at? Right here. All this consolidation here. Mm. Doesn't look like we're going to find any green on the Apex funded today. So far, we're down 57 and 13. Let's see where we could fund 250. Maybe a 200 bounce, maybe. Damn. Wow. Don't even stop at the 90 and collect. And we could go all the way back down to the 88. 100 more points down from here. I know. I feel like we got a long ways down. Might get a really nice 5-minute reversal trade today. There's really not a lot to do here, guys. I was trying to find one more little setup for our funded account, but I don't know. Let's see if we can make another little bear flag like this. I figured we need a bear flag back to the maybe the 20 EMA. Heck no. Dang. this thing's not respecting any levels today at all. I'm pretty sure we're going down to the 23,000s, 2390s. That's the bottom of your New York AM from yesterday. But I don't know if we can find an entry here. I was hoping for more of a classic type pullback here, but man, we just traded sideways, then dumped. This is where I feel like we need to push back up to the 200s. We've already bumped these wicks, so you think if we push back up, we should take out this wick or the bottom of 180s, 190s area. I wouldn't mind seeing a pullback all the way into the whole number up there. There's your next wick. Oh, 76. That's the 5-minute wick there. That was the bottom of that wick. We still may try to re-enter this. Yeah, that's probably going to pull back because that was the 21 EMA test. So this is the 20. We could have another push below the 9 EMA here. We can always re-enter. looks like that's going to stop us out. Because that's the 21 touch there. You want to see a hold, then try to push back up again. Rip it, buttercup, baby. Looking for that 50 EMA touch up there. Shoot, we may only get the 17. Actually, 17's probably. Oh, you got long too? Nice, capital. $164. Nice. I may take another trade at the 23 here too for a 50 EMA bounce with maybe one micro or something. I'm just targeting right below the 50 EMA. I'm going to try another short at that 22. So we got our one funded account back in the green there. So if we can hit this, that should put us pretty close to almost $100 today. Nice. Made $100 on the funded there, just trading 2 micros, guys. So pretty good. So a little bit of the only account we're really red on today is this one here. So it's been a pretty good trading day. Even though the only big mess up I had was kind of FOMO in that, just being nervous, not trusting the trade on that first trade this morning. We're going to go to break even fairly quick on this one too. This 20 level, because we do not want it to shoot through. Either it's going to be a break-even trade, or we're going, like I said, we're just looking for 10 points, maybe 20 points at the most on this trade. Usually if we hit the 50, we might pull back and hit this 21 EMA here. So that's kind of what we're looking for on this. Actually, I think we'll do a different funded account too. Yeah. So we'll risk $40 on this account. This way we're not taking green off of the one that we just did. I think that's the safer way to do. I'm not sure how well this one's going to work because, man, we're getting closer. I like the fact that we're 20 points in between, but I just hate all this consolidation area. You know, you want it to be like 1-2 candles, hit, then pull back. And it could just freaking just slingshot through here. Mm. Had a nice little 5-minute Romney candle there that I missed out on. Well, no, it wasn't quite. It was a hammerhead candle. Ooh. All right, so that was a good exit, guys. Good exit. Good exit. I was really hoping for that 50 EMA touch there, but man, after all that consolidation, and once you already retouched those 20s, it's no longer any good for me. So, I think I'm going to go see a movie today at lunchtime. Let's see how many people are in it. I've been kind of waiting to see how many people are going to go see it before I jumped in that, bought a ticket. I don't like going to a busy theater. Yeah. Yeah, I think I will go. There's nobody there. Come on. Give me my first target. Give it up. Watch the 50 pay this time. I'll be like, you mother fricker. Come on, sell on through. Looking for a nice 50-point trade here, guys. Well, at least take some out of this. I mean, whoop, whoop. I'm scared he might offer 10 points at this 50, though. You know what I'm saying? We got the 50 EMA. I'm hoping it stays above it. If we can stay above this 50 EMA, dude, we're going. Don't have to worry about that pullback. Because here, if the 50 holds, we can easily pull back into the 90s again. Come on, 50, don't hold, go. Let's see. If you're looking over at the 5 minutes here, we should get a push up. If we get through this level, we should get the next push up at least to the 40 here. Actually, no, we're about to hit a wick here at 25. We're going to hit another wick at 25. So we could get a nice little pullback off of that 25 level. I'm going to take 10 out of this thing either way. So, damn you. I mean, looking for that 50 EMA to hold. I thought we'd at least get to 25 before we had the pop back down. Damn it. We're probably going to the 20. So what it is, we usually go to the 20. And we can always re-enter here with 1 micro, and I may just do that with re-enter if it starts pushing. See if this 20 EMA holds. Whoo, never mind. The 50 just paid freaking 20 points. Let's see, where could we bounced off of that. Dun, dun, dun. See, we switched to a different funded there. We only got $30 off that last account there, so at 102 and 31 at the moment. You want to see this low here hold. Is that going to hold? Is that going to be our next lower low right there? Hit off the bottom of this, top of this wick here. Don't want to risk a whole bunch on this trade if it comes back. 5 points at the most. Ah, yeah. Be my last trade here, guys. Yeah, like I'm getting stopped there. Like so we're going to have to make a new lower low. I don't know. I still feel like it needs a deeper pullback here. Okay. All right, guys. Thank everybody for watching today. That's going to be it for me. It's 11:30, so we're going to be done trading for the day. So at least we got all of our funded accounts. There are a couple that are red, but overall we're still in the green. We have some with very little profit, and I don't want to sit here and continue messing around because there's really no setups here. These are just more or less, I think, trades, and I don't want to get myself into any trouble. So we're going to disconnect. Are you still holding your entry capital? All right. I think we are going to go to a 1 o'clock movie today, guys. I think we're going to go watch that movie F1 at 12:50. Dun, dun, dun. Usually don't go to the movies a lot. But I didn't know we had $7 Tuesdays, and I don't mind paying $7 to go to the theater. All right, guys, everyone enjoy the rest of their day. It was a mediocre trading day. We did good on the eval. Funded accounts, one was a break even, one was a winner. I got lucky on the break even one. That was pure luck. The other one we kind of paper hand this morning because it was right at the market open, so I didn't really trust the trade. But it's all good. We only lost $50 on that trade, so not a huge loss. And we took a $100 loss on that last trade, but I was willing to risk $100 and make $100 because we were, like I said, still a couple $100 in the green. Those accounts, I don't have very much money on those anyway. Those are all eval or funded accounts that I've had it for a while that I've been just kind of holding on to. The one funded account we did make $100 on. So, all right, guys, thank you guys for watching, and I'm going to try to come back later tonight. I got to start streaming tonight because there's just not huge crowds of people to pick up subscribers and stuff in the morning because there's just so many people streaming. All right, guys.